Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is your favorite show, Daily Calls, a show that addresses all your stock-related queries. So in case you're here for the first time, the WhatsApp number is flashing on your screens. This is where you can ask all your stock-related queries and our top market experts will give you a custom-made advice. In case you're watching us live on our YouTube platform, well, you can send in your questions there as well on the comment section and I'll be happy to take some of those questions and address it to our top market experts too. Let me now just quickly welcome our guest on the show today. We have a very interesting guest joining in. Mr. Akshay Bhagwat joins in on the platform with us, and especially at a time when the markets are finally showing us some signs of reversal. He's the Senior Vice President of Derivatives Research at JM Financial. Warm welcome to you, Akshay. Good to have you with us. Finally, 23,000 is back after a month. What is it that is selling out for you in the markets? Do you believe this rally will sustain?
Good afternoon, Sakshi. So, yes, absolutely. March month has been more of a respite rally, the much sought and awaited recovery rally, which everyone was looking forward to. And even if you were to look at the data points here, there has been some buying intent from the FIIs in the index future segment in the last 4 to 5 trading session that has provided a much awaited short covering rally, as you may call it. As the market is currently placed, we are at a very crucial juncture of the technical trendline resistance, which falls at 23,100. It's a litmus test for the market from here on, whether it manages to sustain and surpass these levels or not. So the next 2 3 days will be crucial as to how 23,100 plays out. But overall, broadly looking at the setup, the recovery rally, the probability looks high that 23,500 to 23,700 should be in the making in the month of April.
Okay, fair point. So that's the view of the markets. Akshay, we'll start taking some queries that are coming in for you and keep coming back to the markets and your own choices in the markets too. First up, we have a question from Avnish Chaudhary and he says that, ma'am, कुछ दिनों पहले बिरला ग्रुप ने अनाउंस किया था कि वो केबल्स और वायर सेगमेंट में आ रहे हैं अल्ट्राटेक सीमेंट के थ्रू, और उसके बाद इस पूरे सेगमेंट में एक वीकनेस थी और अब उसके बाद अदानी ग्रुप ने भी इसमें एंट्री का ऐलान किया है. तो ऐसे में बहुत सारे स्टॉक्स जो वीकनेस में चल रहे हैं, हैवेल्स, केईआई इंडस्ट्रीज, पॉलीकैब, इनमें अब क्या स्ट्रैटेजी होनी चाहिए? आपका सवाल काफ़ी इम्पॉर्टेंट है और बहुत सारे इन्वेस्टर्स आज इसी के ऊपर ध्यान दे रहे होंगे क्योंकि केईआई इंडस्ट्रीज जैसे स्टॉक्स आज 15% तक क्रैश होते हुए नजर आए. इनफैक्ट अपने 15 मंथ लो पर हैं. ऐसे ही हैवेल्स, पॉलीकैब, इन सब में भी नीजक रिएक्शन दिखा है. कुछ दिनों के लिए हमने एक अल्ट्राटेक सीमेंट के फोरे के बाद भी लगातार प्रेशर देखा था स्पेस में. धीरे से रिकवरी आ ही रही थी और उसके बाद ये अनाउंसमेंट ने एक बार फिर से मूड नेगेटिव किया है. अक्षय, आप कैसे देखते हैं इस पूरे केबल्स एंड वायर सेगमेंट को और जो चेंजेस हो रहे हैं, कंपटीशन बढ़ रहा है, उसको देखते हुए क्या करना चाहिए निवेशकों को?
जी तो बिल्कुल आज का ब्रेकिंग न्यूज़ है ये, क्योंकि दिग्गज बिरला और जो अडानी है वो केबल्स एंड वायर सेगमेंट में एंट्री कर रहे हैं. तो जो इम्पैक्ट है आज दिखने को मिल रहा है, जो काफ़ी स्टॉक्स जो पीयर ग्रुप है सेगमेंट में उनमें काफ़ी बिकवाली का प्रेशर है. तो ये एक शॉर्ट टर्म फिनोमिना है, क्योंकि इम्पैक्ट काफ़ी सेंटिमेंटली ये सेक्टर को, जो इसके पेयर्स है उसको टेम्परेरी डेंट तो मारेगा ही, पर अगर आपको इनमें स्टॉक्स चुनना है जिसका टेक्निकल सेटअप जो है आपको बाय ऑन डिप्स वाला सिनारियो दे, तो टेक्निकली हैवेल्स जो है इसका ओवरऑल प्राइस स्ट्रक्चर मुझे पसंद है. इसमें काफ़ी हमने 1400 के स्तर से रिकवरी भी देखी, काफ़ी मेजर वॉल्यूम्स भी देखे और टेक्निकली कहीं ना कहीं 1400 एक इम्पॉर्टेंट सपोर्ट जोन है. तो इनमें आपको अगर स्टॉक्स चुनना है, जो मैं बाय ऑन डिप वाली रणनीति बनाऊंगा, तो हैवेल्स का सबसे बढ़िया सेटअप रहेगा. 1400 का सपोर्ट जोन है. थोड़ा बाय एंड होल्ड वाला आपको जो है एक स्ट्रैटेजी बनाना पड़ेगा, पर कुल मिला के 1575 और 1650 ये एक शॉर्ट टू मीडियम टर्म के आप टारगेट जोन्स हैवेल्स में एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं.
ओके, गॉट दैट. चलिए, यहाँ पर उम्मीद करते हैं अवनीश आपको राय मिल गई है, उस तरीके से आप आगे बढ़े. ओके, नेक्स्ट हमारे पास अंकुर मोदी का सवाल है जो लिखते हैं, हाय साक्षी, वी आर फाइनली सीइंग सम रिलीफ इन मार्केट्स एंड होप इट विल कंटिन्यू. यस, फिंगर्स क्रॉस्ड देयर मिस्टर मोदी. एंड ही सेज दैट summer season is coming up. I want to know whether Parag Milk or Vadilal could be good choices for the summer theme as stocks. I have a 2-year horizon. Should I be looking at these two stocks? Akshay, any summer related theme stocks that you also have on your radar, you could also add on to the list.
I think Vadilal, one of the names you mentioned, that can be considered if you are more keen on a theme-based move in the market from a 2 to 3 month perspective. So here, Vadilal is one case where, irrespective of what is happening in the market, this stock has moved one way up in the last 3 weeks, 3,600 to 5,200. So yes, slightly buy on dips will favor your risk reward. 5,000, 5,050 is a good entry level, and 5,800 is the targets you can look forward to in this stock. Voltas, they are into the air conditioning business majorly. So here, Voltas can be the another stock you can look forward to. Here, week on week, the rally has kind of moved from 1,200 to 1,475. Again, 1,400, 1,425. Slightly a dip would offer a better risk reward for potential targets till 1,650. So Voltas and Vadilal, these are the two names you can look forward to in from the summer theme based which you look forward to.
Okay, fair point. Let's also look at some of the other questions then. We have this question from Satya. It says, Good afternoon, Sakshi. Could you please let me know the key levels to add a fresh stocks on NCC and GE shipping? I do have a long term view. NCC, of course, we have been seeing some buoyancy of late, and the second one is GE shipping as well. We have also seen some bounce on the shipbuilder related stocks of late too. So those momentum plays at this point in time, do you find value to add at the current levels, Akshay?
Uh, well, uh, See, if you look at NCC, it's bounced from its 200-day weekly moving average support. So that's one of the most looked forward, a technical parameter. So 170, 175 is roughly that level. See, technically, it's in the support in the making, so you might again get a re-entry around 190. So if you are searching for, or you have a level-based approach, 190 should be a good entry point from a long-term perspective here in NCC. That's the buying point you could look forward to. And as far as GE shipping goes, similar kind of recovery from its 200-day moving average on the weekly price chart. 800 is that support zone. So we are at 943 right now. So from an entry perspective, any level around 915, 920 should be a good entry point to average it out. So both the stocks look good. From a long-term perspective, yes, it's not going to be a V-shaped recovery, but level-wise, I have given you the good levels to enter. These are good levels to buy and hold from a long-term perspective.
Okay, got that. Let's take the next one. We have a caller with us now. Momita is joining in from Kolkata on the phone line. Hi, Momita. How are you?
Hi, Sakshi. I'm doing good. Hope you're well.
Very well. Thank you so much for asking, Momita. Go on with your question, please.
Uh, I just, I wanted to check. The market has been doing well since yesterday, and even today it looks good. So, is does this mean that we are out of the low momentum that we had, and are we now moving upwards? And if that's the case, then I just wanted to know maybe two, three sort of trading bets that I can take for about a month's time.
Okay, got that. Well, Akshay, for you, finally, are we out of the woods? Does it mean that we are now on an upward trajectory sustainably? And would you be able to suggest any key stock ideas?
To answer your first question, whether we are reversing, we are in upward trajectory. So really, this is the first month which comes after, almost 6 months of selling. So this is more of a technical bounce back. Now, really to conclude whether this momentum stays or not, you really have to dig deep into the numbers. Here, the FII participation will hold the key to the next couple of months. April month is normally the month where you have the quarterly result numbers coming in. So expect more of a range bound to subdued move for the index. So somewhere I feel looking at the momentum which is back in the market, it's more of a trading move where you can anticipate further 500 to 700 points on the Nifty index as an upside possible target for the month of April. So from that perspective, if you're looking at stock specific action, Tata Motors is one name you can look forward to. 685 is where it currently trades after almost 6 7 months of a fall. 600 625 support has worked well. I'm looking forward for targets till around 740 to 750. So with these targets in mind, you can consider buying Tata Motors. Add on dips around 650. Stop loss around 610 is the trade which works out. And Federal Bank is another stock which you can look forward from the banking pack. Last 3 months of downtrend, recovery strong at 180, potential targets till 200, 205 in the making. So this is the another trade you can look forward to for with a time horizon of 1.5 month holding. Stop loss 177, target 205 is the trade set up for Federal Bank.
Okay, I hope here you have got the choices where you could probably explore some opportunities. Let's go on to the next question. We have this question from, okay, some interesting questions and some of them doubling as well. So let me combine a few questions. Okay, so Samvit Nageshwar says, I want to invest in the defense stocks. It's been in momentum for the last few days. Vinita Gupta also says, I want to invest in stocks like Bharat Forge and DCX Systems. So we'll combine it both. Overall view on the defense space for you, Akshay. How are you looking at the recent momentum that the stocks have been in and your top choices?
Well, defense pack has been the most spoken about pack because the expectations were built high in the budget, in the prior budget as well, and unfortunately, it's been it has left more of a sour taste in most of the investors' trading portfolios, you can say. Well, the only stock which I feel has a good potential to rally from here from an investment perspective, purely on based of chart reading, is BEL, Bharat Electronics. 294 is the current market price. This stock has not taken that much of a hit as its peers have. Recovery has been pretty strong. So here I'm looking forward for targets of around 350 to 375 from an investment perspective. So BEL is the name you should look forward to.
Okay, fair point. I hope Samvit and Vinita, you've both got an idea as to where exactly should you be looking at for the defense stocks. Next, we have this question from Peter Raj. He's from Trichy. He says, I have Birla Soft in my portfolio. Bought this stock at 620. I want to average at the current levels. I'm a long-term investor. Should I go ahead and do that right away? IT stocks, again, there is a lot of volatility that we've been looking at off late. There are, the street is divided on the opinion there. One pack says that IT is in for some more pain point throughout the course of FY26 as well. There is uncertainty on the global economy, growth, etc., whether the earnings will recover or not. And second of all, again, we believe that they have corrected from highs as well. So those are looking at an attractive valuations as well. Where exactly would you put Birla Soft in when we ask you on this mid cap IT stock, Akshay?
Yeah. So Birlasoft, as I understand, this stock has been in a downtrend based on the price chart reading. The broader downtrend is intact. It is just that the stock is heavily oversold on the technical parameters. Currently, it lies at a trendline support where the probability of a bounce back. Now, I'm looking at monthly charts, so it's more of a positional view which I'm sharing. The recovery chances are higher from the current zone. The entire leg of downtrend, one rally of downtrend is done. So the recovery rally can at the best as of now target around 500. So I believe you are stuck up at higher levels. Averaging does make a lot of sense at the current levels. Recovery rally till 500 is where I'm looking forward to right now in the current leg of reversal. So right now work with targets of 500. Yes, you can average and we need to take a review at 500. Ideally, looking at the current market structure, I would like to take an exit in this stock once it tests the levels of 500, which it should do within 3 to 5 months of time frame.
Okay, let's take the next question. We have a caller with us. गौरव तनवर हैदराबाद से हैं हमारे साथ. नमस्कार गौरव जी, कैसे हैं आप? जी गौरव पूछिए अपना सवाल. ठीक है, अभी आपको बता देते हैं. सही समय पर आप सवाल पूछ रहे हैं. अगेन अभी हम डिफेंस स्टॉक्स की बात कर ही रहे थे. गौरव ने 5400 5500 के लेवल्स पर एचएएल खरीदा हुआ है, यानी कि काफ़ी लंबे अरसे से जो गिरावट आ रही है इसको वो पेशेंटली होल्ड करके रखा हुआ है उन्होंने. अब ये जानना चाहते हैं जब वापस थोड़ा सा मोमेंटम आया है और स्टॉक बाउंस बैक किया है 33-3400 के लेवल से, क्या आप इसको आगे बढ़ते हुए देख रहे हैं? क्या इस लेवल पर एवरेज करना चाहिए? 2 साल का व्यू है इनका.
जी देखिए, डिफेंस पैक ने अच्छी खासी रिकवरी करी है कल। और प्राइमरली अगर HAL की बात करें तो कल शायद न्यूज़ भी बेस्ड था इसमें, जिसके चलते स्टॉक में अच्छी खासी रिकवरी है। तो फिलहाल टेक्निकली अगर मैं प्राइस चार्ट को स्टडी करूं तो ये जो रिकवरी रैली 3100 के स्तर से जो हमें देखने को मिली है, वो कहीं ना कहीं 4000 के आसपास जाके एक बार टेम्परेरी उसमें रुकावट आ सकती है। तो 4000 ये पहला पड़ाव है HAL के लिए। आपका लॉन्ग टर्म का नजरिया है तो बिल्कुल मेरे हिसाब से आपको बने रहना है स्टॉक में। तो 4000 ये पहला पड़ाव रहेगा। टेक्निकली वहां एक रिव्यू लेना पड़ेगा, बट लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए आप एक 4500 से 4600 ये एक टारगेट से आप स्टॉक में बने रह सकते हैं।
ओके, गॉट दैट। चलिए अगला सवाल ले लेते हैं हम। गौरव, उम्मीद करते हैं आपके सवाल का जवाब आपको मिल गया होगा। व्हाट्सएप पर भी बहुत सारे सवाल आ रहे हैं तो एक एक करके वो भी लेते हैं। पहला हम लेते हैं स्वाति का सवाल। ये जलंधर से हैं और हुडको के बारे में पूछना चाह रही हैं या फिर PTC इंडिया। दोनों स्टॉक्स इनके पास हैं। 210 पर हुडको को रखा हुआ है इन्होंने अपने पोर्टफोलियो में और PTC इंडिया 165 के भाव पर। अब पूछ रहे हैं होल्ड करके रखें या सेल कर दें, और लेवल्स भी प्लीज आप इनको क्लियर कर दीजिए कि किस लेवल पर क्या स्ट्रैटेजी इनकी होनी चाहिए। हुडको अभी 199 पर है, यानी कि इनकी खरीद से नीचे आ चुका है। 210 की खरीद थी। PTC इंडिया 165 पर इन्होंने खरीदा हुआ है। दोनों पर क्या स्ट्रैटेजी होनी चाहिए? PTC फिलहाल 157 पे आ गया है।
आप हुडको की बात करें तो ये वापस मिड एंड स्मॉल कैप में रिलीफ रैली के चलते आपको रिकवरी देखने को मिल रही है। तो टेक्निकली ट्रेंड अभी भी नेगेटिव है। एक पुल बैक रैली है जो टेक्निकल टर्म्स में ओवरसोल्ड जोन से बनता हुआ दिख रहा है। तो कहीं ना कहीं 205 से 210 ये फिलहाल शॉर्ट टर्म के अपसाइड टारगेट्स है। तो अगर आप इसमें हायर लेवल्स पे फंस चुके हो तो सलाह रहेगी कि 210 पे एक बार आप एग्जिट ले ले स्टॉक में, क्योंकि वहां पे एक भारी रेजिस्टेंस जोन है। PTC इंडिया की बात करें तो PTC इंडिया टेक्निकली अभी भी नेगेटिव है। हालांकि एक छोटा सा सपोर्ट जोन 140 में बिल्कुल बना है और ये रिकवर 170 तक कर सकता है। तो 170 ये एक बाउंस बैक में एग्जिट करिए आप PTC इंडिया। तो दोनों में आपको एग्जिट बनाना है, पर एक हायर लेवल्स पे जिनको मैंने मेंशन करा है वहां पे आपको एग्जिट करना है।
ओके, गॉट दैट। तो चलिए यहाँ पर भी आपको राय मिल गई है। नेक्स्ट हम सवाल ले लेते हैं। हमारे पास ये सवाल आया है मिस्टर कृष्णार्जुन राव का, और ये उड़ीसा से हैं, बहरामपुर से। स्वागत है आपका कृष्णार्जुन राव जी। सवाल है इनका इंडियन होटल्स पर। 50 शेयर्स हैं इनके पास 680 के लेवल्स पर। He says he's sitting on profits. Good to hear that many stocks and investors are actually sitting on losses, but you still are holding on to profits, and that's a good thing. He wants to know at what levels should he be booking out his profit on Indian hotels.
So Indian Hotels on the technical price chart is one stock which has a very healthy technical price structure. And the recent recovery which we have seen on the weekly charts exactly coincides on the trend line support, which works around 700 levels. So rest assured, this stock is moving for the swing high levels of 880 to 900. These were the levels which were tested in somewhere in June 2025. That's a couple of months back, and that should be the first target you should be working with. So 888 to 900, when it reaches there, take half the profits off the table. Remainder you can keep it, considering the strong price structure of this stock. Since you are a long term investor, the potential upside targets from a long term perspective can be around 975 to 1000. So half booking at 880 to 900, and the remainder target area around 975 is the strategy I recommend.
Okay, fair point. Good to know that. Let's look at the next question then. We have some questions coming in on our YouTube as well. So we'll take some questions there. Yes, we have a question from one of our viewers. Says, hi, I have Adani Total Gas and my purchase level is 751. I want to average this stock. What would you advise?
If you look at the price structure, this stock is at its support zone. Weekly price structure is showing uh, a Possible bounce back scenario always around the levels of 530 to 550 zones. Historically, this pattern is has a very strong tendency of a bounce back from the support zone I mentioned. 800 can be the potential target areas you can work with. So yes, if you're open to averaging, you can average, but have a strict stop loss. This is more of a technical based bounce back scenario. So 500 is your stop loss and 800 is your target with a time horizon of around 6 to 8 months.
Okay, I hope this has given you a lot of clarity as to how to go about your own position here. Let's take the next one. This is from Vani from Vizag. She wants to know, is it a good time to enter KPIT Tech? Could you please give me an analysis for long term? Akshay, KPIT Tech, very, one of the favorites on the erstwhile pack. This has been an erstwhile wealth creator for investors. It's shown a lot of promise to investors in the past. But after the consolidation, there has been a lot of talk about whether valuations sustain, whether there are enough opportunities to continue the momentum on the higher side. What exactly would you say? Last 6 months, 24% of a dip has already been seen on this one.
Yeah, I think technology space is one pain point right now in the market. So not expecting a V-shaped recovery or an instant recovery kind of a scenario in this stock. Since you are more long term, I think the price structure is not yet damaged. The longer term structure still is promising. 1100 somewhere is a consensus moving average support which is building up on the weekly charts. So the suggestion is hold on. I think it may take some more time to recover, but eventually this stock still is on the radar on long-term charts, positive. No instant recovery though, but hold is the recommendation.
Okay. Hopefully that has also given you some clarity. Next, we have this question from Vinita, and she says, I have two stocks, Genus Power at 380 and Skipper at 540. I want to know what should be the strategy on both these stocks going forward. What would you advise?
So Genius Power, it has seen a fair bit of correction, 460 to 260, almost halved from its all-time high levels. And now somewhere the moving average support works till around 220. So I think the downside is capped if you are looking from an investment perspective. Yes, you can be invested. Do not expect instant recovery. Buy and hold. Be open to averaging around 220 in case that dip offers you. But from a longer term perspective, be invested. The recovery rally going forward should see the stock back again above 300. And can you please repeat the second stock? I missed the name.
The other one is Skipper Limited. She bought at 540 levels.
Skipper Limited, I think here there is a good potential for a recovery. 380, 400 support has been cemented. Now it's about momentum regaining back in this counter. So I believe you should get your levels of 540 within this year within 1 year time frame from the current levels, where you should ideally look for an exit.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has helped you out. Next, we have this question coming in from Mr. Dasaradhi. He says, is it the right time to enter L&T Finance at the current levels for 6 months view? A good question there. NBFC space is also coming back in flavor yet again. How do you find L&T Finance there?
If I were to look at L&T Finance, I think overall this stock is in a range-bound price structure in this entire recovery rally, which we have seen in the financial services space. Primarily, it's been led by Bajaj Finance and Shriram Transport Finance. So LIC Finance is more of a sideways consolidative pattern where you won't lose much, but it won't either make significant gains for you. It will stay in this range broadly between 130 to 175 with a horizon of a year. The suggestion is better to move to Shriram Transport Finance or Bajaj Finance, where the potential in the financial services space is significant on based of the price reading.
Okay. Let's take another one then. Let's go back to our WhatsApp questions. Next one is from Mohit from Ludhiana. He says, I have 2000 shares of Trident at 3 rupees 90 paisa. Time horizon is 2 years. Please guide. It's an absolute penny stock that you had invested in, and the stock has jumped up to 25 odd levels. So you have actually got the better part of the profits right there. And very rarely do penny stocks really give you that opportunity to continue to book profits or get profits at higher levels. Akshay, would you be able to advise on this one? Will it continue with its momentum rally that it has shown thus far, or should one really book out and get into some large caps now?
Uh, well, from the current price level where this stock trades, Trident Limited, the probability of a bounce back is very high. Now, one of the reasons is market has stabilized, your small and mid cap is gaining traction. And if you were to look at this price structure of Trident exactly on 31st of March 2023, from the levels of 24, 25, it did recover all the way till 50. So it was a doubler then. So in all probabilities, the support of 25 should see demand again. Recovery rally should see the stock sailing past 30 odd levels. But since your entry point is pretty decent at around 8 or 9 levels, as you mentioned, I think it makes a lot of sense to move out slowly from this stock. Around 30, 32 is where I would advise to book out profits in Trident Limited.
Okay, got that. Let's take another question again from our WhatsApp. We have this question from Avnish Aryan from Muzaffarpur, Bihar. He says, hello ma'am, इरिडा में 2 दिन से अच्छी न्यूज़ की वजह से एक रिवर्सल आया है और 151 के ऊपर एक बार फिर से ये स्टॉक जा चुका है. मेरी बाइंग 209 की है, तो अब मैं क्या एवरेज करूं या बने रहूं अपने पोजीशन पर? यहाँ पर क्या राय रहेगी आपकी?
देखिए, लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए अगर आप एवरेजिंग कर सकते हैं तो बिल्कुल आप एवरेज कर सकते हैं. हालांकि सपोर्ट जोन जो है स्टॉक का 130 के आसपास बनता हुआ दिख रहा है, तो आगे चल के शायद वो लेवल टेस्ट भी हो सकता है. पर यहाँ से एक चीज क्लियर है कि ज्यादा डाउनसाइड पोजिशनली या इन्वेस्टमेंट के तौर से नहीं लग रहा है. तो कहीं ना कहीं 130 का एक सपोर्ट जोन है, और रिकवरी में लॉन्ग टर्म का स्टोरी तो अलग ही रहेगा. टेक्निकली फिलहाल 200 से 210 ये दो टारगेट एरिया बनता हुआ दिख रहा है, तो बने रहने की सलाह है. एवरेज करना है तो 130 140 यहाँ पे आप एवरेजिंग कर सकते हैं.
ओके, फेयर पॉइंट. यहाँ पर एवरेज करने की सलाह आपको दी जा रही है. नेक्स्ट हम लेते हैं सवाल. हमारे पास और सवाल आ रहे हैं आईटी स्पेस से. सत्य और भूषण आरेकर दोनों आईटी स्टॉक्स के बारे में पूछ रहे हैं. एचसीएल टेक और विप्रो, इन दोनों पर अभी आपका क्या नज़रिया रहेगा? लार्ज कैप आईटी स्पेस के स्टॉक्स हैं कि यहाँ पर कुछ इम्प्रूवमेंट के आसार?
जी, तो मेरे हिसाब से अप्रैल मंथ में रिजल्ट नतीजों का महीना है, और मोस्टली आईटी से ही ये स्टार्ट होता है. तो कहीं ना कहीं एक सोच है कि आईटी सेक्टर जो काफी पिटा हुआ है, कहीं ना कहीं एक बॉटम बनाने की खोज में है. एक हल्की सी ट्रेडिंग की रिकवरी रैली आपको आने वाले दिनों में दिख सकती है. तो एचसीएल टेक की अगर आप बात करें तो एचसीएल टेक में जो रिकवरी वाली रैली है 1670 या 1700 यहाँ से यहाँ तक आपको ये दिखा सकता है. हालांकि पोजिशनली जो लॉन्गर टर्म सपोर्ट है वो 1450 है. तो मोर ऑफ अ ट्रेडिंग वाला पुल बैक है जो 1750 1700 तक, 1650 से 1700 तक दिख सकता है. तो कोई बड़ी तेजी की उम्मीद नहीं है. पर विप्रो कंपेयर टू एचसीएल टेक पोटेंशियली एक स्ट्रॉन्गर नेम है. यहाँ पे आप 300 310 ये ट्रेडिंग के टारगेट्स एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं. तो आईटी एक ट्रेडिंग पुल बैक है. लंबी तेजी की कोई मैं उम्मीद फिलहाल नहीं कर रहा हूँ.
नेक्स्ट हम लेते हैं सवाल. हमारे पास बहुत सारे आ रहे हैं, लेकिन उससे पहले मैं आपसे जाने से पहले खास तौर पर अक्षय पूछना चाहूँगी, आपके पसंदीदा कोई ऐसा स्टॉक जो कि आप मानते हैं कि अब नए फाइनेंशियल ईयर के लिए जो कि आने वाला है उसके लिए ध्यान में रखा जा सकता है?
जी, तो जैसे कोटक बैंक है, ये एक स्टॉक है जिससे मुझे नहीं लगता कि मार्केट इसे कुछ ज़्यादा इसको डेंट मार पाएगा. क्योंकि अगर आप इसका जर्नी देखें तो एक 4-5 साल के लंबे कंसोलिडेशन के बाद ये स्टॉक ने 1950 में ब्रेकआउट दिया है. तो बिल्कुल मार्केट कहीं भी जाए, प्राइस चार्ट्स बता रहा है कि ये स्टॉक 2400 2500 के पार करने की तैयारी कर रहा है इन्वेस्टमेंट के नजरिए से, जिसका टाइम होराइजन 1.5 से 2 साल का होगा। तो कोटक बैंक सबसे बढ़िया पिक रहेगा, आपको इसमें निवेश करना करना जरूरी है।
कोटक महिंद्रा बैंक का अगले 1 से 2 साल के लिए एक बढ़िया पिक और न्यू फाइनेंशियल ईयर के लिए टॉप पिक यहाँ पर अक्षय की तरफ से। शुक्रिया अक्षय बने रहने के लिए इस खास शो पर और तमाम क्वेरीज को पेशेंटली आंसर करने के लिए। ऑलवेज अ प्लेजर टू होस्ट यू ऑन डेली कॉल्स एंड होप टू सी यू वेरी सून येट अगेन अनदर एपिसोड एज वेल। Let's now get into the second segment now, viewers, of our